Hi everyone and welcome to a new video on the CBI channel. In this tutorial series we're deploying a Django and React application on render, including full CI/CD. In previous videos we've already focused on this architecture and we've made some changes to the local code on our computer to make sure it's ready for the deployment. And in this video we're going to make sure that the code from our computer becomes available in a GitHub repository. And we do that by using Git. Now to do that, we will need two things. First of all, we need to install Git and we need to make sure that we have a GitHub account. And once that is complete, we can follow the steps listed below. We start by initializing Git inside of our project. Then we can create a GitHub repository, which will store our complete code of the backend and the frontend. And once that is there, we can push our code to that GitHub repository using Git. And once that is complete, I'm also going to explain to you how processing updates will work and how we're going to do that in the future once we have CI/CD completely implemented. Now, as mentioned in the prerequisites, we need to have Git because that is the tool that's going to allow us to push the code from our local computer to GitHub. Now, if you've not installed that already, then go to this link and install it for your computer. Now, we're going to host our code on GitHub, which is kind of the go-to tool to store your code repositories. Creating an account is possible on github.com and it is completely free. So please also do that if you've not done that already. Now, I have already installed Git before and I also already have a GitHub repo. So I'm going to show you how we can continue from here onwards. So I'm now going to assume that you've successfully installed Git and that you also have a GitHub account. And that means that we can get started with the first step, which is initializing Git inside of our project. Now, in this instance, we want to initiate Git at the top folder of our project. And to use Git in that top layer of the project, we can simply open a new terminal. And usually when we want to make changes to our backend or frontend, we cd into that folder, but now we can just stay in the top folder right here. Now, if you have just installed Git, there are a few configuration variables that we need to set before we can continue because Git wants to know what our name and the email address is of the person that is going to push changes to a GitHub repository. So this does not have anything to do with your credentials, but whenever you're going to push something from your local computer to GitHub, it is going to show that particular username and particular email. So we're going to start in this command line and type git config and then dash dash, and then we do global. And then first we set user.name. And here you just put the name that you want to see when you make a commit. So in this instance, I'm going to say that my name is CBI Analytics. Then next to that, we also want to do a git config and then dash dash global and then the user.email. And you can set this to the email address that you want to show when you're making a pull request to the GitHub repository. So in this instance, I set it to my email address, which is hopefully blurred out. So now what we want to do is we want to do a final command that is going to initialize Git inside of this project. And we simply do that by specifying Git init. Now you immediately see a change right here because all of the files in my backend and my frontend and also the git ignore file has a U on the end. And that means that these files are untracked. And that simply means Git has recognized that there are a lot of files inside of my project that we have not committed yet and have not done anything with before. Because that is exactly how Git works. It's going to constantly track the changes that we have made inside of our project. And if you go to your actual file explorer, you will notice that there is another change inside of your project folder. And that is a folder called .git. And this is a hidden folder that stores and tracks all of those different things inside of our project. So now the next step is to make sure that all of those files that are currently untracked become tracked. Now the way we do that is with two git commands. First, we need to specify all of the different files that we want to add to our Git repository, which is that empty folder that I just showed you. And we do that by doing git add dot, which means basically all. And now you see all of the different files right here. Now, next to that, we need to then commit these files. because now you can already see that it has changed to an A because these files have been added, but we actually need to commit them to that folder so Git knows that our project is up to date. And we do that by doing git commit and then -am, and then we can type a message. And in this case, we will do initial commit. Now, this message will also become available when you push this to GitHub. So it's important to describe a little bit what you have changed so that it becomes clear for the users. And now we notice that all of these files have been committed and they are now tracked inside of that empty Git folder that we have just created. And you can notice that all of those files that we have right now are no longer untracked or added. Now, the final step, if we want to make sure that from that empty Git folder it goes to GitHub, is by pushing it. But before we can push something, we first need to create a repository where we can store our code. And luckily, that is the next step inside of our to-do list. So to create a repository on GitHub, you need to log into your account and then go to your dashboard and repositories. And in there, on the top, you will find a button that allows you to create a new repository. Now here, the first thing that it asks you is give your repository a name. And for this tutorial, I'm going to call it Django React on Render with CI CD. And you can see that this name is available and that our repo will be created as this. Now we can also give it a description, and I'm just going to copy over my repository name and say, this is a tutorial on deploying Django and React on render with CI/CD. Now below that we have a few configuration options. The first one is if we want to have this as a public repository, meaning everyone can just see it, or you want to have it private. Now, if your code contains any secure information or you just don't want other people to see your code, then please pick private. But for me, it's fine if everyone on the internet can see this because it's just a tutorial. So I'm going to choose the visibility of public. Now, we also have some additional files that you can create immediately, such as a gitignore file, which we already have, and a README. But for now, I'm just going to ignore all of these. So we just click Create Repository. And now you notice that we have these different options. We have our empty repository, and there are two ways that we can push our repository from the command line. So what we can do is this, create a new repository and link it to this one, which means that you will just have an empty folder that links to this repository and you can just add items after it. Or you can push an existing repository from the command line. Now we have already an existing repository, so we will have to pick this option. Now connecting our local code to this repository is quite easy. We can just copy over these commands right here, and that will make sure that our code is successfully pushed to this repo. So we're back in our code, and in the command line, I am going to just paste this. And just like that, all of the items that were in my Git folder have now been pushed to this GitHub repository by Git. And when we get back to our GitHub repo and I refresh the page, you will now notice that our full code is available here with the message of initial commit. Now, currently making updates to this is very easy. As an example, on my front-end page, I have a component which is called the About page. And let's make a small change. So we're going to change this is the About page, but then with a capital A. Now, when I save this change, you will immediately notice that the file gets an M, which means modified. And I can easily push this change from my local computer to our GitHub repository by first adding it to Git by doing git add, and then do git commit -am changed about text. And then I can push it from Git to GitHub by doing git push. And now if I refresh this page, you will notice that there is a new commit changed about text and it has reflected right here inside of my code. Now, in the future, this will work a little bit differently. Now, ideally, in the end, it would work like this, where if we are assigned a certain piece of work, we would be creating a feature branch that we have on our local computer where we develop this small piece of functionality. Then once we are done, we would push this code to our feature branch and make a pull request to the dev branch. If that change is accepted, let's say you work within a team where someone needs to actually approve this pull request, then it would flow from dev to test to main. But of course, this is all of the stuff that we need to set up in the future videos. For now, our code is available on our GitHub repository, and in the next video, we're going to continue and we're going to create some resources on render and already do the production deployment because that is going to be attached to the main branch. And once this deployment is fully complete, we will create additional branches that we are going to connect to test and to dev. And we'll set up the full process for going from creating a new feature on your local computer to automatically adding that code to GitHub and rebuilding the application in each of these stages that we have available. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.